Hello, everybody, and welcome to Crying is a Free Action, a podcast about news and politics in North Dakota and the United States and around the globe. I'm here joined today with my good friend Tommy and my good friend Al. My name is Justin. Tommy, how are you this week?
Doing fantastic.
That's what I like to hear. Al, how are you?
Eh.
Yep, that sounds about right. Very good. That's as good as we can ask in this day and age. As you may or may not know, we are the team behind EasyVoteND.com, where we have some articles written. We have some resources up there, some entertainment things, help you get educated, maybe help you do something to fight back against the authoritarian regime that is in control of the United States right now. That's what we're here. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're doing. And we're going to get into the news.
Can I give a quick disclaimer?
You can do whatever you want.
Well, disclaimer: we're not encouraging you to repeat what happened in California this past week.
Oh yeah, we are staunch believers in nonviolence, and
Well, you are. I'm not, but I'm not saying that you need to go out and shoot ICE agents either.
yeah,
Yeah.
that doesn't help anybody.
Not right now.
Not right now. Speaking of ICE agents and ICE just sucking all around, our old friend Kilmar Abrego Garcia, who was unlawfully deported to CCOT in, what was it, Venezuela?
No, Vicot is in El Salvador.
Okay, El Salvador. That's what it was. Anyways, the Trump administration admitted in a legal brief that he was deported as an administrative error. And then there was the whole campaign of the Trump administration trying to paint him as this gang leader, and they put MS-13 on pictures and photoshopped a bunch of stuff. It was all horrible, and I don't know how it's not illegal, but holy shit. At any rate, there has been some filing. There's been a whistleblower that's come out that's basically said they were told to fabricate evidence in front of a federal judge. Basically tell them that, oh yeah, we have evidence that he is MS-13, that he's into human trafficking, and the fella that was behind this is a dude named Emil Bove. And Emil Bove is currently being nominated for a federal judgeship by President Trump. And the reason this is a bad thing is also because Pam Bondi has talked to the American Bar Association, and if you don't know who they are the ones who get to tell you if you get to be a lawyer or not. That's like they determine if you are working ethically, if you're doing your job. It's a peer reviewed system where all the lawyers get together and be like, these are the standards we need to be held by in the United States. So basically, Pam Bondi told the president of the ABA, the American Bar Association, that they will now no longer be giving over information about these nominees that the public wouldn't otherwise have. So any kind of there's any hidden dirt or police reports or things that got sealed or things of that nature, NDA'd or whatever, they won't hand any of that over to the American Bar Association anymore for independent vetting. Yeah.
Yep. So we're not just
Go ahead.
So I guess this is where we're no longer having this is a systemic degradation of independent agencies and vettings. We got rid of inspector generals earlier a couple months ago. So now this is another thing of just putting in whatever the president or this entire administration thinks is good.
Correct.
And no other third party vetting and proof necessary.
Correct. And so the reason I'm going to connect all the dots here is, one, Emil Bove sucks because he fabricated evidence against Kilmar Abrego Garcia, a guy who committed no crimes. His only crime was being brown and not from being that was his only crime. So now they want to make this guy a federal judge down in Florida. And if this guy's already like, you know what, I don't care if I have evidence or not, we're sending these people away, and now he is the person who gets to determine who gets sent away or not, like, and he's totally loyal to Trump. Like, how are you going to get a fair trial ever as an immigrant or as a person of color with a guy like that?
Yep. We could say that back in the day, maybe a couple of years ago. The fact is that we're going to have you used to be able to just nominate people that probably had some qualifications,
Right.
right? So in this case, we also have other nominations that are going through. I'm trying to remember again for another federal judgeships, and some have never even you never had any form of judging or very little legal experience whatsoever.
Right.
So, which is a problem, right?
Correct. So, Tommy, you included some cool stats and some graphics here.
Oh yes.
About migrants and ICE detention centers, and I didn't notice this until I looked at this article last night. I'm like, but we have two. Oops, I'm trying to make it bigger. There we go. 2 ICE detention facilities in North Dakota, according to that graphic. And I'm going to do some research into that. And one looks like looks like it could be Minot or Williston. That's kind of out in the middle of nowhere. And then that one looks like Grand Forks area. So
let's see. Let's do some live Google right now. Migrant
Nice.
detention centers. Yep, you're right. It's a Grand Forks County Correctional Facility,
mm-hmm.
and I guess Burley Morton.
Burley Morton's, that's where I live. So
oh well,
that's more down in this area. So maybe they put it in the wrong area. That's okay. Nobody knows where
this is
it
Gemini.
is here. Yeah. Oh, so, sure. You can't trust Gemini. I've put that into LM Studio.
Let's see. But yeah, so yeah, this is an interesting one. Is the migration tracker. So I think this is actually hosted by the government. So it shows how good a job they're doing in a way. So one of the funny, interesting statistics is instead of filtering by year, you can also filter by quarter, right, to see the difference, how things are between quarters. And there's a really funny one. I think you can probably show it up if you go down to detentions or deportations on this, because you have it on your screen. I'm guessing.
Yes.
There's little.
Oh, this
so under arrest. Yeah, so keep scrolling down. There's some drop-down filters. You can filter by
hang on. It's
Yep.
Oh,
no worries. Yeah, take your time. It is chunky.
That's criminality. Okay. No.
Yep. So then I think it's arrest fiscal year. So yep. So that's filtered. And the other one is before that. Arrests. The data selector. I think
this year, right?
Right. You can look at this year. And you also look at last year. Because we'll see what difference between
we'll need to have the difference.
Yeah, so you can also say hey, this is not really that fair. This year's not over yet.
Right.
So then, if you go to the drop down to the left of it,
mm-hmm.
of the year one, I think you can filter by quarter. Sorry, to the left, the other side.
Other side. Quarter.
Yeah, by quarter.
Oh.
Okay. So because looking by quarter, so we've only had the first quarter of 2025. So if you look at the data for our viewers who can't see things because they're just listening, Justin, what does it look like to you?
It looks like they're going up, especially in Chicago, Dallas, New Orleans, Miami, and San Antonio.
Yep. Yep. So yeah. But the distribution. You also notice that the distribution of total number of arrests over time is actually going down.
Yes.
So if you scroll down to another section for arrests, so the first quarter of this report is in the Trump era. So in this one, you also need to filter by quarter as well.
Oops. There we go.
It is kind of funny, how come it's only in these particular areas?
Yeah.
but you can look at the data, interpret. Okay, maybe this is like farmland. This is a lot of other things here.
It's
But
filtering.
if
All
you
right.
all, yeah, it takes a bit. Yeah. So the first one there, the first column is the first. I mean, the column on the furthest right of your screen, the furthest right, that is the Trump era, and I think before, right, it's 2025 there. But
Correct.
it's definitely so of all the big bluster of trying to move ICE and get more immigrants, to deport them and detain them.
This
They're still
isn't
not
even
doing as
as
good.
yeah, this isn't even as high as it was during COVID.
Yeah, during the COVID era, during the Biden era,
Yeah.
Biden's doing a better job.
Yeah.
So, um, this is one of the ridiculous things that's going on,
So
right? Because
so if arrests are going down and there are only videos of people getting arrested at Home Depot and on fruit fields, where did all the criminals go?
right.
Did Joe Brandon arrest all of the criminal migrants during his term?
No, ICE isn't going to go somewhere where people can actually fight back.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's good.
So you have a couple ideas, right? So maybe is this not reported data? Because this is definitely from ICE's own statistics and stuff, right? So there's something going on
Right.
that but yeah, I guess from looking at the data, ICE is not doing a really good job
No.
at
Yeah,
their own
that's
job.
that's why I said in chat that I'm surprised to still have this data up for people to see.
Yeah.
Uh,
Not to mention, Stephen Miller's new mandate is 8,000 arrests a day.
I mean, that's cool, bro. How many arrests did they do last quarter?
Yeah, good. Let's
So
see.
we scroll back up. We're gonna scroll
Yep,
back
scroll
up.
back up. Let's see. Okay, so the last quarter of quarter one, they did a total of 14,842. That was under
Okay.
his mandate of 3,000 arrests, like a month or whatever. Or no,
Okay, did
yeah.
he
But that's like per like agency or whatever. It's they're not gonna have enough people.
look? You can't find it. So it's a nonsense. What they're doing.
Yeah.
So the data doesn't show. The data doesn't show.
Yeah, you're not even doing a good job, and they've used such a huge bloated budget for it too.
Yeah, that's right. For the new, the big beautiful bullshit bill that's coming out, they've multiplied their budget tenfold.
Yeah,
So
Yep.
is it true that I heard
really
Go ahead.
it's really not going to be made for it's really not a budget for arresting and deporting and criminals or anything like that. It's just going to be for people they don't like.
Yeah, absolutely. And from what I
Realistically, that's
understand,
the only way to look at it.
yeah, from what I understand is that now ICE has a larger budget than the entire U.S. Marines, which is insane.
Wouldn't be surprising.
Yeah. At any rate, the thing is like, so let's talk about the big beautiful bill, the big bullshit bill. So the two major things that are going on inside of this are Medicaid cuts and SNAP cuts, formerly known as like food stamps and EBT and all that kind of stuff. So Tommy included a really nice graphic here yet again this is from the USDA, about SNAP participants in North Dakota. And there were so they have data, like complete data for 2022, and 45,167 people in 22,759 households received SNAP benefits in North Dakota. So 45,000 people is like 2 Mandans. That's like two towns I live in of people fully getting benefits. And so the average monthly benefit was only $161 per person, which seems pretty cheap to keep people fed, in my opinion.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And these people that are getting fed, they're not, a lot of them are, as unfortunately for our audio listeners, a lot of people are just trying to get by. They're trying to get, um, yeah, they're still working. You call it like the working poor. They're underneath
I know a
the
single
poverty
mom
line.
right now who's on SNAP benefits. Single mom, had an abusive husband, had to get the hell out. Trying to find a job, it's tough. Guess what? Thank God SNAP was there to help feed the child. You know?
Yep. I was also a child of SNAP for a couple years. Family had a bankruptcy.
Mm-hmm.
We lost our jobs during that time. Family wise, so it helped. Free lunches. Food. Because back then it was called food stamps at the time, the
Yep.
TANF. So yeah. Uh,
And so I want to go into this. People, and we talk. We're going to talk a little bit about what's the cuts that are coming and everything. For my North Dakota viewers, that there is currently one of, I'm sure. We're okay with some of these Medicaid changes, mostly because we've always kind of been ahead of the curve with Medicaid, mostly because we do have such an aged population here. But we were one of
Not to mention
Go
all
ahead.
compared to a lot of other states.
Exactly. Yeah, we have more olds per capita. But one of the things that they looked at is I've seen estimates all over the place for like how many people. This article said anywhere between 10,000 and 17,000 people in North Dakota will lose their insurance, which sucks. And the dude, he was like the director of the rural hospital like board or whatever. He was like, well, it's never good when somebody loses their insurance because then they don't get care. And it's like, yeah, and then people are gonna die. Like that's just how it goes, man. But I've seen numbers as high as also like 24,000 people losing it in North Dakota. That's like all of Mandan. That's like an entire. So basically, an entire city of Mandan of North Dakota is now going to lose food assistance and insurance. Those people are all
Yep.
going to die.
Their health is definitely going to go down. It's not that they're going to try to work harder because they're already working hard.
Everybody here has.
So-
Everybody here works. Everybody here has 2 jobs.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's just that people are going to have problems, and then they're going to keep pushing it off, and then going into the emergency care room, right? And the fact is, you can go into emergency rooms, get care for free.
Mhm.
This is socialism from Ronald Reagan. This is the things he kind of helped push for. It wasn't the best solution, but that was a solution we had.
Yep.
And but the idea is, remember that the good thing about these insurance and all these health benefits is that we try to catch things early. An ounce of prevention, it beats a pound of cure.
Correct.
So,
Correct. Al, you put a thing in the chat. I should bring it up for our audio listeners. They do not have a budget bigger than the Marines. So the Marines are slated for $57 billion this fiscal year. Thank you for that, Al.
yep, thanks for
Yeah,
fact checking.
I didn't just want to cut in.
Nope, I appreciate that. And again, for my North Dakota viewer, Julie Fedorchak is our congresswoman to the United States Congress, and I don't like her very much because I don't think she does a very good job. And of course, voted right along party lines on the big beautiful bill, as you can see on your screen. Oops, there you go, much better. So yeah, I'm gonna do a little video essay thing. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'll probably tweak it forever until it's irrelevant, and then I'll put it up. So this all also comes with like all of this. We're eliminating waste, fraud, and abuse. And if you didn't know, there were very deadly floods in Texas last week on the Guadalupe River. And I know that's not how you say that, but apparently that's how they say that, which is stupid.
Yep.
Anyways, a bunch of girls, like young women, were killed in a flash flood, and I think there are still a bunch of people unaccounted for. But basically, because for whatever reason, Kristi Noem's in charge of FEMA, and then specifically drug her feet for like 3 days to send any response to this giant
Well,
flood.
I think Christy Noem's actually in charge of DHS.
She's in
Isn't
charge
that
of
what she is?
DHS and
So here's a
And
funny
then,
one.
then she didn't renew stuff with pertaining to FEMA in
Contractors.
this specific incident,
Yeah,
right?
correct.
So
Yeah,
this is
specific-
why that was part of the failure.
Yep.
Yeah, because specifically to try to prevent waste, fraud, and abuse, they assigned basically her to be the approval of any kind of contracts at over $100,000,
Any kind of spending, even.
any kind of spending.
Yeah.
So they even shut down even credit cards, right? So a lot of people with credit cards back in
Couldn't
that
yep,
time.
You just can't do anything.
Yep.
And then so there was like literally people weren't getting paid, and there was a whole thing about how their call center contracts weren't renewed, and so normally they see something like 2,600 calls a day to their call center, and now they can only take like 800 and some change because of staffing cuts and not renewed contracts and everything like that.
Yep. So in specific to FEMA, so this is back in late May that FEMA officials did warn that because of this approval process change will severely disrupt the distribution of emergency funds during national disasters, like literally like this. Yep.
Yeah.
So
And so now the whole goal with everything they do with this sort of thing, when they're like, oh, FEMA didn't show up, well, FEMA doesn't work, so we don't need FEMA anymore. Even though they're the ones who made FEMA not show up. They're the ones who fired all the employees. So now the director of Dress Up wants more control over FEMA. And I would imagine most of the FEMA money that is still left in the budget is probably going to go to ICE.
were they bragging about this? I think I remember they're bragging about this using FEMA funds.
Yeah, that would not be surprising. They are ghoulish. So, speaking of all the things they cut,
Sorry, that was from the last administration. The last time Trump was in charge. I decided to sound so familiar. I wonder why.
I told you they're all ghoulish. It doesn't matter who's in charge. So basically, a study was done. The study was done by a very reputable medical journal known as The Lancet. They found out that over the past 2 decades, USAID had saved 90 million lives around the world. And by 2030, up to 14 million lives could be lost because of the cuts. So I'm pretty sure that the little bit of money that we were sending out per day and all the, all of the crops we were buying from United States farmers to send overseas, not only were we doing our farmers a huge solid, we were also saving lives. And now they're just like, nah, fuck them kids.
Yeah, because from this study, right, published in the Lancet, they found that when they have different places that have low, medium, high levels of USAID support, and they had like reductions of places of high USAID support at a reduction of deaths by 15% of any causes over any across all ages, and specifically for children under 5. High USAID support reduced deaths by children by 32%. This is, and this is from issues of, a lot of it is from disease, right? Like HIV, AIDS, malaria, some weird tropical disease like dengue, or I'm not going to say that word, but it's a lot of these things. And, how much does it cost the Americans to help pay for USAID? How much of this came out of your taxes?
That is a good question, Tommy. Do you have an answer for that?
Yes, of course. This is from a health policy researcher from USAID. The average taxpayer contributed about 18 cents per day for USAID.
That sounds about right.
That seems okay. That's your average taxpayer?
Your average not average American, average taxpayer. taxpayer.
Your average taxpayer over 365 days. That's $65.70 a year.
For $65 a year.
Mm-hmm.
If you can save 90 million lives in 5 years.
14 million lives.
So 14 million
90
lives.
million in 2 decades, though.
Oh, okay. Maybe maybe that's a bit too expensive for people, I guess.
Yeah.
But
All right,
14
They
million
gotta,
lives.
they gotta be able to save all their pennies so they can buy their eggs, bro.
That's right.
2.8 million lives a year for $60 a day.
Yeah.
You can help save 2.8 million lives a year.
Yeah.
Why don't you want this?
Okay,
$60 a year.
I got $13. How many can I save for $13 a year?
For the price of one Final Fantasy Commander deck, you could save 2.8 million people.
No, they're gonna pick the deck every time. I can tell you that. My customers,
Ah,
not the ones who listen to this show. They wouldn't.
oh.
The ones who listen to the show know the ones I'm talking about, though. At any rate,
If you can only skimp and save Americans,
Right.
we could pay for this.
yes.
Uh,
Speaking of things that are silly and stupid, and I can't believe this guy is still around. Twitter guy, Elon Musk, let Grok off the leash this week. And man, I don't even know how much we should say. Like, it's not like we make any money on YouTube anyways. I just don't want it to get like struck because of
Nah,
like,
fuck it. It's fine. It's just
We ball,
Grok's over here
which-
calling itself
Mecha
Mecha Hitler.
and also how it wanted to like rape a bunch of people and like detailed
Whoa,
plans.
that I did not see. Holy shit.
Yeah, like there. What's the guy's name? There is a lawsuit. I'm going to put the words Twitter Grok rape lawsuit
oh, jeez.
into Google. Yeah. So yes, Will Stancil. Yeah. So it had a fantasy about breaking into a user's home and sexually assaulting him. And straight up was just like, yeah, but like you shouldn't do it. And also Will Stancil might sue us. You know, literally Grok was like several times like he might sue us now, like in the conversation about how to break into Will Stancil's home. So that's pretty messed up. And then
This is so bad that the CEO of Twitter, Linda Yaccarino, I
Yep.
think. Yep, she definitely stepped down, resigned.
yeah, and unfortunately, I think she legitimately, when she started there, thought she was gonna go do a real job. But she never really got to do much there, and Elon Musk made her job harder every day. And apparently one of the other thing, also the Grok chatbot was also like just responding like it was Elon Musk. And one of the things was talking about Grok and Elon, like Grok was talking about Elon Musk and Linda Yaccarino having sex. And that was literally, yes, exactly. She resigned right after Grok listed her as a top candidate to have one of Elon Musk's kids. And she was like, I gotta go. I'm out. Nope, not here for that. This is business only.
So this reminds me of a thing that happened a long time ago in the internet world. Microsoft used to have a chatbot that it exposed to the world. It was going to learn. It was called KAI. Yep. So this is a news article from 2016.
Yes, from so long ago.
And I remember I was just talking to it, and it was the first chatbot of its kind. It then got super racist. Just awful. When will tech bros learn to stop using internet data to make chatbots? Because the excuse for Elon with Grok is, when we launched a new version, we forgot to turn off the politically correct filter was turned off. So this is hilarious to me. I'm sorry. This was funny 8 years ago. It's funny now.
And and I don't even think that was the first time it's happened, because there's always been weird like IRC bots and stuff, and you could get it to make it say racist stuff. Hell, even in the Fortnite, the Darth Vader AI thing, they were getting him to say hilarious stuff. But yeah, I can't wait to see more developments from Grok. Also, there's been no apology or anything like that from Twitter, from Musk, anything. So who would have thought?
Just
oops. I liked this one that you sent, Tommy. Unhinged Trump audio released. He was gonna bomb the shit out of Moscow, apparently. So these were tapes that were aired last Tuesday by CNN, and they were obtained by Josh Dawsey, Tyler Pager, and Isaac Arnsdorf, authors of the new book, 2024, How Trump Retook the White House and Democrats Lost America. That's a good title. Here's Trump. With Putin, I said, if you go to Ukraine, I'm gonna bomb the shit out of Moscow. Trump told the donors, I'm telling you, I have no choice. The public. So he goes like, I don't believe you. He said, no way. And I said, way. Like, come on. This never happened. Shut up, Donnie.
Hearing Donald Trump use way and no way, it makes him sound like 150 years old.
Yeah. Oh, he loved them 80s, 70s and 80s, man. He's living for them. Trump's Department of Transportation Secretary. My cat is yelling at me. I'm sorry if you can hear it. This guy is Sean Duffy. By the way, he is afraid of riding the subway. Real facts. You can find the videotape of him doing it. They're going to put him in charge of the space program.
Yep. He's already Transportation Secretary. Mm-hmm. This is the man is going in charge of our rockets. So,
hold up, what?
Sean Duffy.
You know who he is?
Is that transportation fucking guy?
Yeah, yep, that's him.
That dumbass from what's it fucking called? That one MTV show I was fucking stupid as shit.
Yes.
Real life.
Road Rules.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Real World.
Real World, yeah.
The man is afraid of the subway.
Yes.
Wow.
And
he's
they're going to
the
make
transportation secretary.
And now course. He's in charge of space. At least until China becomes in charge of space, because they're going to figure it out.
You know, this is more, putting ineffectual, useless heads of different departments, and then we're just going to say, hey, you know what? The private sector does it better, so just give it to the private sector. So more of this nonsense.
Yeah. Not to mention, SpaceX had another rocket explode, so they're not doing a great job either. We definitely don't, NASA doesn't work. Let SpaceX do it. They suck too. Twitter guy, you don't want Twitter guy in charge of anything. Not to mention they're beefing anyways.
They're launching rockets every couple of days to launch little satellites up there, and it's a lot. There's a lot of satellites going into space every single day. They're all SpaceX satellites.
Mm-hmm.
But, so yep, rockets just be exploding. Yep.
Yes. Speaking of beef, Twitter guy dropped a bombshell a couple of weeks ago in a since deleted Twitter post where he said Donald Trump was in the Epstein files, and that's why they're not getting released. And this saga has been pretty hilarious. So Jeffrey Epstein, if you don't know, notorious pedophile and financier. His still alive girlfriend is in prison for 20 years for crimes related to sex trafficking.
It's funny because I saw something that Trump might be thinking about fucking pardoning her.
That was an old thing.
Of course.
Yeah, that was an old thing. So the thing is he ran on the campaign of we're gonna bring out the Epstein list. We're gonna expose all the pedophiles in Washington. And then they're like, there is no Epstein list. He hung himself. Okay, nobody's gonna believe you. And so cue all the videos of Alex Jones in his SUV crying, and the video of Pam Bondi like on Fox News saying like they were like, and you're going to release the Epstein client list? And she's like, yep, it's on my desk. Where was it, Pam? And so
there is no.
On the same desk that Bill Clinton did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Good call.
That's true.
I think they got rid of that desk. Ugh.
I mean, Bill Clinton did not have sex with a woman. I was there. I watched. So
Yeah.
no sex occurred.
Nothing
That's
happened.
That's perfect timing for the JD Vance meme that's on the screen. So there was a very public blow up of Trump. Like somebody at a press conference, and they were asking Pam Bondi, like, "Hey Pam, what's the deal? Where's the Epstein stuff?" And Trump just like gets in all upset, and he's like, "There is no list. Why do you keep asking about this guy? There was no Jeffrey Epstein. He doesn't exist." And so, again, that's when after like Alex Jones cried, and he's like, "I'm gonna go throw up. I gotta throw up." I'm like, yeah. What did you think? You thought this was the guy? And so now even fucking like Steve Bannon is like on whatever weird news channel he's on talking to people who are like, Trump is now part of the deep state. It's like, okay. So on the screen is a very unhinged rant from Trump. I don't even know where to begin, or I'm not reading this whole thing. Do you? Because holy shit. But this guy is losing it big time. Like one like I actually saw on TikTok a bunch of people are like burning their Trump hats, and I'm just like, oh my god, okay, shut up. You just want something to be mad about now. Like, I don't know why any of you are surprised. But also, he is not well. He has like classic signs of like old man diseases.
Yeah, that's why I'm taking bets. I'm like probably within a couple months we'll have President Vance.
Yeah, probably.
I'm ready for you, JD.
Yeah,
I'm ready to be your vice president.
he's gonna be so shitty. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, that's right.
I love how he has like down at the bottom here, a safer world, and safer world is capitalized. Like, what pamphlet did you read that from?
Yep. He's still blaming Obama and Hillary.
Oh, yeah.
And oh my God, the laptop from hell, man. He's really not on that. You guys have the laptop.
It does say all caps in quotation marks, the laptop from hell, but unfortunately he used an Oxford comma correctly, so
yeah, I mean, the good thing is the man can still spell words, I think.
oh wait, no, he didn't. Actually, no, he used it correctly there, and he didn't a couple other places. So, yeah, he should be not allowed to be president just based on that. You can't use punctuation correctly. Come on. So, also, what's happening with that is, if you don't know who Rosie O'Donnell is, she's a comedian. She's not retired. You know, comedian and actor. They just say actor now. I particularly liked her in A League of Their Own, and also in the Flintstones movie.
Oh yeah.
She was a she was a good Betty, right? That's who she was. Yeah, Betty. Is that the name?
Yeah. She was one that she was one of the last women in Hollywood that me and my brother were talking. We did not know or expected her to be a lesbian, and then when we finally figured it out, I was like, oh, you know what? Not that big a deal.
No, it really.
But it was all the signs were there.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Sure were.
But yeah, it's just funny. She was funny when I was a child.
So here's what Trump said on Truth Social, a social media platform I keep thinking I'm going to stream myself making an account on and seeing how fast I can get banned from. Because the fact that Rosie O'Donnell is not in the best interests of our great country, I am giving serious consideration to taking away her citizenship. She is a threat to humanity and should remain in the wonderful country of Ireland if they want her. God bless America. Her
That's
response,
right.
So he's just like, oh, I'm just going to take her citizenship away. One, the president shouldn't have that power at all for anybody. So here's Rosie's response. The president of the USA has always hated the fact that I see him for who he is, a criminal con man, sexually abusing liar, out to harm our nation to serve himself. This is why I moved to Ireland. He is a dangerous, old, soulless man with dementia who lacks empathy, compassion, and basic humanity. I stand in direct opposition of all he represents. So do millions of others. You gonna deport all who stand against your evil tendencies? You're a bad joke who can't form a coherent sentence. Ooh.
So, for our younger viewers, Rosie and Donald Trump have been beefing for 18 years.
Yes.
So, like, ever since, like, The Apprentice, they got in, like, a massive fight, and they are still at it. Oh.
Yeah,
So for Donald, this is personal.
He's called her a lot of really gross things over the years, too. So.
Yep, and I think there's a second post of her kind of, as a comment thing, she kind of spells it out a lot, you know, to her kind of yelling back. This is crazy. Yeah. This is truly old man crazy. This is presidential behavior to you guys. You know, just picking fights with a comedian online. I mean, this happens all the time.
It's very presidential. I don't know what you're talking about.
They just want it to be like reality TV. And I think people want it to be that way, too. That's the problem.
Yeah, so in this case, I'll just read this out for loud. Hey, Donald, you rattled again? 18 years later, and I still live rent-free in a collapsing brain of yours. You call me a threat to humanity, but I'm everything you fear. A loud woman, a queer woman, a mother who tells the truth, an American got out of the country before you set it ablaze. You build walls. I build a life for my autistic kid in a country where decency still exists. You crave loyalty. I teach my children to question power. You sell fear on golf courses. I make art about surviving trauma. You lie, you steal, you degrade. I nurture, I create, I persist. Man, this is some good ass poetry.
Sure, yeah, this is not bad.
You're everything that is wrong with America, and I am everything you hate about what's still right with it. You want to revoke my citizenship? Go ahead, King Joffrey, with a tangerine spray. I'm not yours to silence. I never was. Signed, Rosie.
Dang.
Mic drop.
Dang.
Oh, hell yeah.
Rosie, good on you.
Yep.
I have been in the past critical of Rosie for running away to another country and not fighting for America. But also, if I had the means, I would probably do the same thing at this point. Because holy shit, is it bad?
Yeah.
So I get it. At least she's saying something. There are a bunch of people who should be saying something and who aren't. Cough, Obama, cough. But yeah, that's what I don't want to get into too much more depressing news because it's been bad. The Onion could not write better articles than Real Life right now. So let's talk about more fun stuff. Let's talk about anybody else got any stories or want to add anything to the Epstein files?
Did look at some of the Epstein redact, like his phone book,
Yeah.
right? That's still online.
Yep.
Yeah, I've seen it online. It's funny enough, I don't think I saw actually Donald Trump's name on there, but I'm assuming that's because he was such a close
It's
person.
on there.
And where is it? I didn't see it. I saw Ivanka. I saw
He has his own
I saw a
section.
couple other Trumps.
Wait,
He has his own section. Wow.
the
Okay.
kids in the family were in there?
Yeah, the family was on there, bro.
Let me see if I can find that. I was
And
looking
if
at
Trump-
it earlier.
See, if Trump isn't on there, then Al is totally right. Then that guy's got you get the good phone number. You get the one right to my desk. I just write it on the back of the card for you. Give it to your
Hang
man.
on. Yeah. Give me a couple minutes. But
Yeah.
the weirdest ones I found on there, it was like there's some names that I was surprised, and one of them was like Chris Tucker. I was like, no, this is where all his money went.
It's a pretty common
Yeah, I
name.
guess-
Let's not try to slander any hilarious comedic actors today.
I mean, but it like I don't want to say it made sense because this man was like is like broke as hell, right? Okay. So this is okay. So I think okay. I got it. Hang on one moment. Give me just a minute to share this hilariously awful news.
Tark in the chat. That's
Or-
how we got Rush Hour 4. Ooh, he right.
Oh, that's pretty good.
He right.
I mean, that's the man.
Probably
The
not
man
wrong.
is like that's where he spent all his money. So let's see if I can. Okay, I'm gonna try to transition. Here we go.
Ooh.
Okay, so this document here is, I guess, a scan of like this little black book. It's kind of really hard. I'm gonna try zooming in even further. So, and this is his like little phone book. So, of course, he has his own stuff here. This man has a lot of property, Mr. Epstein. I was surprised.
Oh yeah, I saw actually one of the house that Ghislaine Maxwell was in when she got arrested went up for sale.
I don't know if this is considered doxing.
It was pretty sweet.
So, let's see. So you can tab through this thing. I just looked. This is the title of this thing is just like Jeffrey Epstein's Little Black Book. It's on archive, I think, .org, whatever. So they had a lot of things circled in here. Tom Sawyer, Jeffrey Epstein. There. Okay, let me just. Oh, whoops.
Oh, I saw Mar-a-Lago Club.
You got it. Oh, nope, wrong one. Sorry, my. This is why I'm not allowed to play games anymore. Right there, Mr. Donald Trump. The Trump Organization. So, but there are a lot of names in here of other kind of people and politicians. So, but he has a big old section, and here's all his different people related to him.
Isn't Howard Wilson? What's his name? Wasn't that Trump's like right-hand guy back then?
It could be. There's Senator.
I couldn't tell you, bro. The only thing I do with shit is flush it down the toilet.
Hey-oh. That's right.
There's a Senator George Mitchell, David Mitchell. That's like the comedian, the British comedian. That's not cool. But there's a lot of things in this document. So technically, this is the call list. Is it the client list? Well, this is his personal phone book, man. I don't know what to tell you. So, there's Senator John Kerry. Maybe I'll just scroll over this side. John Kerry's on here too.
Oh.
Uh-oh. And then James Randi. Is that the amazing
No!
no. Walter Isaacson? No.
No!
So this is why this is not a proof of evidence sometimes. It's just a man's phone book. You can't prove things. FedEx? The entire FedEx.
I believe
there
it.
you go.
Way worse than
You got
UPS.
And Mark Epstein, that's not just his family. There's all his family. So, like I said, some documents are here. So, but this was admitted as evidence, I think, I guess in the previous trial, back in like 2019, before, we decided not to do it.
Yes.
I'm looking at you, Mr. Andy Wong. But
Whoa,
these are also all like
whoa.
international numbers. So, but these are all international numbers because some of them starting like 001, like that. These aren't like American phone numbers. These could be anybody. But they circled, I guess, all the names of like relevant people and facts. There's Ghislaine Maxwell right there. Look, oh my god, how many lines does this lady have? Anyways, yeah, that's about it. So I'll tell you, that's Rush Hour 4 for you.
That's the plot. Cool. Al, you got anything to add?
Negative.
Excellent. Well, before we get into unrelated news, I'll just remind you that we are the team behind EasyVoteND.com, a website you can go to. I got some articles I'm cooking up. I had one that I put up, but I wasn't super happy with, so I took down. Now I'm fixing it, and I got 2 other ones I'm working at. There's some other stuff up there, some resources. You can find out how to go to a protest. You can find out how to vote, which you should always do. We're going to have some information up closer to elections. Midterms are still a couple years away, but there's always local elections and things coming up, and they are your local government is important. So please be a part of it. I saw now. This is how I'm going to segue into um, Magic the Gathering. Is I saw a meme where it showed like the color pie chart, and it was just like motherfuckers will have this memorized but not know how their local government works. I was just like, yeah, that's true.
Yep. EasyVoteND.com.
That's right. We might teach you something, hopefully. Cool. Let's move on to some fun news. What did we have in here?
All right. So, yep. In some fun
Oh,
news, so I was going to do a pre-release of the Gundam card game.
Yeah.
So, but I didn't have enough time. So here it is, the Gundam card game starter deck. This is New Beginnings. They also have some other ones for your other favorite Gundam ones, like I think it was Gundam Seed, there's a Gundam Strike Force. This game plays a lot like the Digimon card game, or even sometimes the One Piece card game. But I don't know if I can show this on screen. So I got New Beginnings because I'm a big fan of original Gundam, 87. So that's hard to see on the screen. Yep.
No,
so that's
you're doing
RX
all right.
89. Yeah, it's okay. There's some
Hold
cool
up.
mechanics.
What Gundam did you say? Gundam 00 what?
RX 7802, number 2. Original Gundam.
Yeah.
The White Devil.
Okay, carry on.
Okay. Yep. You got some other Gundam. See, look, man. I got Gun Tank. Everybody loves Gun Tank.
I love Gun Tank.
Yeah, it's a little shiny there.
So you did the event for this, right?
I did not, unfortunately. But at my
we're hosting the event this coming Friday at my store, so I'm excited.
It looks pretty fun. If you've played, I guess, any kind of card game, there's the Gundams technically do have like all things have summoning sickness unless you pair up a Gundam with their they have a listed like pilot on there.
Oh, that's cool.
So in this, yep. So then they technically have like haste. In that case, that's one of them. I do like that. You're probably not that much heavy counter focus. So if you ever play like the One Piece card game, Digimon card game, they're all kind of similar in their ways. And I guess this is my holo.
There are boxes on the floor behind me. Oops, and a cat right there. Those are all my wife's One Piece cards, so I should get her on the show to talk about that eventually.
Oh hell yeah! I got Suletta Mercury from the Witch from Mercury one. Oh hell yeah!
Nice.
They even got a reputation from some new stuff there.
I've got a card game this week too. A new to America card game. It's the Hololive. Oh god, that is Hololive TCG. This is the first set, Blooming Radiance. This is an unopened booster box.
Hell yeah!
That we could maybe open on stream at some point. Because I actually want to play the game. I know. It's just Pokemon. It's literally, I'm pretty sure you could sit down with one of these, a deck made from these, and play it against a Pokemon deck pretty easily. Like, you don't have prize cards, you have HP, but it's the same thing. So it doesn't matter. You do get, like, you have, like, a commander. This is my favorite part. So like, you pick a commander card. I don't have any open here. And that's your Oshi. And so your Oshi is your commander. Yeah. And so on the front there you see Kiara, the red one. That's who's going to be my Oshi so far, because she's cool. She's from Austria. She's cool. Austria? I think she's from Austria.
Is Gura in there?
Gura's not in this set. I haven't. So there were like 4 sets out in Japan. Hi. There's like 4 sets out in Japan, and I'm really only interested in the like EN VTubers really. And so like in this one we had you got Kiara, you got Crony, you got there was an Amelia Watson like spot card. So when I say it's like Pokemon, yeah, they do have a set list.
So
And so you see on there like the the Iris, she's another one of the EN ones that I like. But you can see that basically like the cards are basically just Pokemon cards.
yeah, I see here we got card type Oshi, Life of 5, Oshi skills, all right, which have hollow powers, okay. And I'm guessing you just attach energy to them. Okay, cool, got it.
Yeah, and so your energy deck is actually separate as well. So you just get to put one out each turn. They do have a website.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't want to go too in depth with it. I am gonna play it because it does look cool. Where is the card list? Oh yeah, it's not totally complete yet.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, card games like separate energy things. It's it's I think it's been a nice change up, right?
Right.
Especially like super big over here. So that's definitely those energy cards basically.
Yep. And so instead of evolving, they bloom.
Hell yeah.
You don't yeah, and then so like they're not a starter, they're a debut. So here's all the Kiara cards. Well, some of them. I got I got a bunch of these now finally. There's some Hakos Bales, Bay, I like her. Suise, that's who my business partner really likes. Kobo, I like Kobo a lot. She's really funny. Crony's really funny. My wife wants to do a Kobo and Crony deck. And then you have that's a different one. And then so it's just got like tool and trainer cards, except they're like manager cards. I have I know.
Will there be like I mean, I know it's a long shot, but are you guys gonna try hosting locals at the store?
If there's enough interest, I want to. I've been kind of polling people who have been buying it from us. I'm like, would you be interested in doing it? And I'm thinking maybe Wednesday nights is what we would look at doing. And it's a Bushy Road product, so like they're pretty good at supporting FLGSs and everything. And you only need like 4 people to fire a tournament. And we had Shadowverse going for a while, and then it fell off. But I would like to run it because I would like to play it. Other than that, we've got Edge of Eternities. That comes out 2 weeks from last Friday, so like a week and 5 days. I'm very excited for this. I like sci-fi and I like sci-fantasy. Tommy, you're not such a fan. That is okay.
The cards look cracked.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm big into mechanics. Very much into those kind of things, and I'm loving the station mechanics. I love. I'm a big fan of using Morbid, so they have the warp mechanic.
The warp is kind of really cool. Yeah, warp is.
But you showed me earlier today. You showed me some of the most insane things I've ever seen.
Oh,
and this isn't a standard set.
Yeah, there are some lands in here. Let's see. Yeah. So let's look at these two. So I like the green one. Let's see if that shows up on there. It does a little bit. Oh, fancy. So it's a green land, but it enters tapped. It's got station. And so what station is you tap a creature you control and you put charge counters equal to its power onto it. And then you can only do that as a sorcery. And then once you have 12 plus counters on there, it's counted as stationed. And then you pay 1 green and tap it, and you can add 1 green for each creature you control. It's, Tommy, you said it great. It's balanced. It's fair Gaia's Cradle.
Gaia's Cradle is so broken.
Yes.
So this is crazy. So it's still a crazy ass card.
And if you don't know, Gaia's Cradle is just tap, add a green for each creature you control.
Yep, for every token.
It's also why a copy of it is like $800.
Yeah. So this is gonna be maybe like a $40 to $50 card. In my brain, because if you're a token deck, this or even just like a big this is a token deck. It's all token decks.
Token decks, big stompy decks. Yeah.
It's so good.
Even this is like 12 power is not that hard to get to, especially even in a mono green stompy deck. You're like, okay, that's 2 creatures. I'll station it 15 on accident.
Now I was excited to see like Shocklands are back,
Yeah.
because the Infinity Shocklands, they're beautiful, and there's all the Infinity basic lands. Oh my god, look at those things!
Yeah.
Full arts are so nice.
I don't know. I kind of like this text on them. Some people are like it reminds me of the like Amonkhet invocations. And it's like, yeah, maybe a
Yeah.
little bit. Maybe a little bit. I still like them. I'm always a sucker for weird art. Ooh, that Eldrazi temple is hot. It looks like a Necron monolith.
Yep, these do not look like Magic cards, but I am perfectly fine with that nowadays in the world of secret layers and stuff. So
I unironically did have to. I'm starting a new CEDH deck, and it's Timna Thrasios, and I just printed out all the proxies, so it's just easier for me so that I can go through my stuff and put what I actually have in. And one of the cards that I printed from the proxy, it was, first of all, it was a secret lair card, and it was a card that was renamed something else, but it was all in Japanese. And I was just like, okay, what card is 2 blue and 1? It has to be. I was like, this has to be Force of Negation. And so at first I was like, oh, I got it wrong. And then I looked and I was like, oh wait, they didn't have the secret layers on like Card Kingdom where I was looking. I was like, oh shit, I got it right. Hell yeah. So I just wrote it in Sharpie right on the front of that proxy. But yeah, I like Magic cards that don't look like Magic cards personally. It's the
Slivers and
Fortnite of card
Eldrazi are
games.
back.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I saw the Sliver Overlord. I'm like, I have the secret, the mystery boosters, future sight Sliver. No, that's first Sliver. Never mind. Sliver Overlord is back. Slivers are back. Eldrazi are back.
Yep.
Space Abominations, they're all back. We all love
card,
them.
The Dawn Sire, looks really hilarious. It's just an artifact space creature or spacecraft. So it can be your commander for 5 generic. It has
what do you mean deal 100 damage to a target creature?
Yeah, or Planeswalker.
Oh, yes, that's fair. Holy crap!
But it's got to be. You got to have creatures.
All right, guys.
Yeah, you're gonna take off.
I think I'm gonna drop out.
All right, drive safely.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. So every time you attack, this thing just does 100 damage to something. If you have a station of 10 plus, which is just funny. I also really like the Dominion bracelet. Equip creature gets +1/+1 and has pay 15, exile the Dominion bracelet. You control target opponent during their next turn. This ability costs X less to activate, where X is this creature's power. Activate only as a sorcery. Equip 1.
I mean, isn't that? I mean, besides Mind, like I love Mindslaver in concept.
Mm-hmm.
I did Mindslaver. So, not what's the? I think it was Emrakul, the Emrakul Mindslaver, right? Oh, that's the same cost, 15 something. Oh my,
sure is.
It's beautiful. I love it. This is a beautiful. This is going to be. The fact that it's all in standard. This is a cracked ass set.
Yeah. Also, I want to figure out something with the Dominion like bracelet and like opposition agent. There's something there, something where I can op agent myself or something out of their library. I don't know. I got to figure that one out.
It's okay. Just put it in your Cloud Strife equipment deck. Buster Sword calls in, summons Dominion bracelet.
I was gonna say but you put 3 equipments on Cloud by turn 2 and put the Dominion bracelet on, and bam, you're taking control of somebody's turn.
Oh, it's a beautiful time.
Oh,
it's a beautiful time in Magic.
Yes.
Things.
You have on here a new policy at your local LGS. I'm curious to hear about this.
Okay. Yep. So I'm doing this in the next couple hours. So it's not. It's a new. They're trying something new. So they're building one of the newer employees there. I've played with him a few times. He's a really nice guy. He is doing a bracket 3 Typal Commander tournament today. So doing some standard tournament style rules of like, there's a time limit, you can do pairings. It's going to be Swiss pairings. seven, 70-minute time limit for commander.
Is it
And I had to
1v1?
choose a typo thing. Nope,
Oh,
it's
pods.
commander.
Okay.
So, but it's pods. It's the commander pods. I have played in stores that have had pods, and specifically for bracket 3, is a, typo is a kind of an interesting limitation, right?
I agree.
So, they're doing, yeah,
I
because
would
there
really
are certain
like to
combos
see,
that
yeah, I would really like to see what especially this is something I've learned from organizing events for a long time. Anytime there's something to win, people are going to try to win it, no matter what. So if you can accrue fairy points, they will accrue as many fairy points as possible. So part of me is like really
Yeah.
interested in seeing like what a hyper competitive bracket 3 deck looks like.
Yeah, and that's what I'm curious too, because like I only build nonsense and garbage.
Oh, sure.
So in this case here, and as my brother has told me that I don't play for fun. I play to make other people miserable. So that's just. But I mean, I don't play stacks because I've known better. So I have built bracket 3 horrors. So horrors are terrible. I don't know if you know many of the horrors. They are expensive as hell, not just in completely useless things.
Ooh, I
So
saw an
the
enlightened
limitations
student
are
in there. Excellent.
yes, because it's in bracket 3.
Yep, you get a couple of game
You could use
changes.
3 game periods.
Yep.
Yep. So specifically my 25 horrors, because I could not include just a commander.
Right.
Was a horror list. So we got. Let me hang on. Oh, it's not showing. Okay, hang on. I need Jimmy drag this thing around a little bit better.
Is there a minimum amount
probably.
of typal like creature types you have to have?
Yes, it's 25,
Oh,
not
you
including
have
commander.
to have 25, not including command. Oh,
And the fun limitation was it has to be a type that was mentioned, on the card. It doesn't have to just be the type of the commander. So you could have like Urza Lord Artificer, and have constructs instead of artificers.
oh, sure.
So
That makes sense.
So a little bit of mix up. So
Yeah,
if
I
you're
like
doing
that.
like Kalia, demons, dragons,
Angels,
or angels.
Yep.
But it has to be 25 of that specific one. So I got I got my Enlightened Tutors. I got my Fairy Mastermind, some nasty stuff.
Mhm.
What's up? But then comes the stupid the actual horrors. So horrors are like here's my Aboleth spawn there,
Yep.
Ancient Seller spawns. And I forgot that this card existed, which was besides Valgavoth, this nightmare, 9 mana something, 3 triple black.
Oh yeah,
Arvinox. Yep, Arvinox here.
that's great.
So
I'm happy or sad for you, but I ain't reading all that.
yeah, the thing is, it doesn't do anything.
Oh,
None of
cool.
these things do anything.
He's a sweet 9/9 for 7.
But at bracket 3, so we did also try limited like no infinite combos between before turn 8. So I can't do what is it, Sanguine Bond and Exquisite Blood,
Sure.
because that's technically a bracket 4 combo, because you can do that by turn 5.
See, we had a problem in one of our leagues where somebody would like put that in their deck and then be like, "What turn is it?" and then do it on like the turn the combo is allowed. Like, all right,
Yeah.
that's not what we intended.
Yep, and that's the problem. So like my win con section here. So I got the dumb shit. I got my Breach the Multiverse to mill and then get other people's stuff. I got my Brilliant Ultimatums. Because who the hell is casting Brilliant Ultimatum? This mana
Whoa.
cost.
I play a lot of Esper. I mean, I play a lot of Esper, and I don't play Brilliant Ultimatum.
Yeah, because it sucks. Like I got Exquisite Blood, but I don't have Enduring Tenacity. I don't have the Sanguine Bonds because that's but I do have Sir Conrad, because Sir Conrad is the win con all its own.
Sure, absolutely.
So anyways, so I'm curious how it's going to turn out. I have some extremely sweaty nerds
Cool.
in my store, so that's all. So I'm curious how it's going to work out, because the limitations, I'm curious how if you guys would do something like this at your store.
So this
If you-
sounds
have you guys-
this sounds a little like what we do with our Commander League. So
Mhm.
this is cool because it's like a whole tournament based around this.
Yeah.
Whereas ours is like a game a week for 16 weeks kind of thing, and then each week has a theme. And sometimes there's like tribal typal themes. Like when Duskworn came out, we did a horror like theme where something had to be like a zombie or a skeleton or a horror or all the
Oh yeah.
with the same kind of deck building restrictions. And then we also have done like a spell slinger deck restriction where you're only allowed to have 5 creatures in your deck, including the commander. And I always like that one. And then, like problems now where there are commanders that are too good for that. Like we would have for the week that we did a theme like that, we would probably have to ban VV just because if not everybody would just run him who had him. And also VV's like a $50 card, and I don't want people to be priced out of the game. So.
Yep, because you guys are definitely there's like a no proxy, because it's official tournament. It's on companion. So I'm just trying to ink shield people and settle the wreckage people. Like I said, I'm just being a jackass with this shit.
Yeah,
So
no, these are all a T Pro. I like that.
yeah, that's my other. And also, this is a nightmare card, Indestructible Shadow,
Ew.
right?
Ooh.
Gonna just make one dude feel really bad. That's my entire job. And then of course, I love Thing in the Ice.
Thing in the Ice is great. It's good ass
So dumb.
card.
Have you seen Flood of the Mars? Look, the Doctor Who cards are stupid.
I really need to spend more time with them.
But this is whenever this thing attacks, you basically give yourself island walk against whoever you want.
Gross.
Or
that's
you can
funny.
make this is a nasty card. Is it dumb? They're all dumb. All the horrors are super dumb. Look at this alien. It's dumb.
It's pretty dumb.
But just goad something and then just like pieces out. Just goading things. I love
the
it.
Hell? That's
I'm gonna
really
get
funny.
I'm gonna get my ass creamed and murdered by the sweatiest, chubbiest nerds. I might be the fattest guy at the
Overlords?
store.
The Overlords are good.
Overlords are good. Overlords are great. Nemesis are reason. Like I said, this is classic Commander, dumb shit.
Yep.
And also Malboro, my favorite. Let's say these all jackass cards. I don't play these nasty cards because people get mad at me. So this is the one time I get to actually play them because So anyways, this
Sweet.
tournament, I said, if you guys had cool tournament stuff, I'm gonna flip those in a perfection, make my wizard into more dumb shit. I'm happy.
Yeah.
So
Sweet. Oh, I'm glad we finally got to do a little Magic talk. I'll admit my love for it has kind of been reignited by the Final Fantasy set. So, good job.
sorry, you kind of cut out there on my end.
I was
so
going to
thank
say
you.
my love for card games has kind of been reignited by the Final Fantasy MTG set. So, good job.
Yeah, they've been pretty
Wizards, I guess. I'm even playing Arena again. I'm not going to give you
Yeah,
any money
yeah.
though. I give you enough. I give you enough of my money. I make you money.
Yep, Final Fantasy has been a big hit. People have been loving it. I have friends coming out of the woodwork and playing it. So
Oh yeah.
it's a great time.
Oh, absolutely. It's been. Is it tough to get in your area?
I live in a bigger area, so a lot of them actually are having some troubles getting some reprints. But they also have just had some really high prices. So
That
a lot
was
of people
going to be my
priced them
next question. I was going to say for places that do have them in stock, are prices high? So that's kind of how it goes.
up. Yep.
Cool.
So,
Trinket
yep.
Mage.
Nice.
Trinket Mage slaps.
Yeah, Trinket Mage slaps. Like I said, I'm here to. I'm not effing around. A Trinket Mage, Relic of Progenitus for my
Yep.
graveyard boys. Trinket Mage.
You
I
do need to be playing Pauper. You're ready.
Look, Vexing Bobble. Vexing
Yeah.
Bobble for my Cascade boys. F you, F everything. I'm going to be a horrible man in the next 2 hours.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I'm an okay person. Yep, and I wish I played Snake Gorgons. Snake and Gorgons. Good job. Yep.
Yeah, I was
That'd
gonna
be
say this is just me theorizing. I was like, I bet mono green or like green black would be really strong in bracket 3. Then Tark in the chat said his Snake Gorgon deck. I've been around that deck and it's nasty. Like the amount of poison and stuff and whatnot it can do. It's just gross. And you can do so much like landfall, cascade stuff too in green, and getting that out early on against decks that are much slower is just going to help you pull away. In my opinion, that's my theory at least. I don't know. So
well, my usual typo commander deck is what I call like the Royal Bears.
Sure.
So it's just Wilson. It's just Wilson and I think Noble Heritage. So I'm just protecting the bears, and then I just have a bunch of bears. So literally nobody's like, this guy sucks at the game. I always get second. Because, everybody's, I did do, I was going to bring my dragon, 5-color dragon storm deck.
Mm-hmm.
And I have 3 different alternate win conditions, besides playing a bunch of dragons. What's the other one? Spirit Calling of the Spirit Dragon. That's a crazy card.
Yep, that card's good.
And then when I lose to that one, I'm like, all right, next up, we're going to just, for cheap mana base, going to do like, the Maze's End strategy to try to get. And I almost did it, but I had to tell all the people in the group, like, nah, guys, it was casual night. And none of their decks could handle my, I turboed out. I turboed so hard. I'm like,
highly tuned Maze deck.
No, it's not. It's just I got a god hand.
Oh,
sometimes
sure.
you get a god hand.
That's true.
So
that's true.
So.
I definitely want to build a group hug deck based on the mono blue braids.
Mono blue braids.
The one that's like at your upkeep, you put like an artifact creature or whatever. You could put an artifact, a creature, or a land from your hand into play tapped or whatever.
Oh, okay. I've checked that one out.
Yeah,
that sounds pretty good.
Cool. Well, that's all I've got for this week. I have to do some chores and take care of some things, so I don't have time to play a video game right now. But also, I might have time to play some video games later. And I've been playing a lot of Fate Grand Order, the mobile game, because it's the 8th anniversary right now. I'm probably going to just stream some of that, because I like that game. I'm not going to read it to everybody, because that's boring. We'll figure it out. All right. Anything else you want to add before we close it out today?
Visit easyvoteND.com to follow us and get some information. Stay educated. And stay positive.
That's right.
In a way.
Like I like to say, approach everything with a heart full of love and a mind full of science. It's cheesy. Yep. But
they're going to try to wear us down, but you can do it. Yep. I know it's hard.
That's right. Alrighty, thank you all. Have a wonderful week. Check out the website. The VODs will go up, and then we'll be streaming. I'll definitely be streaming later something no matter what. So have a good day.